All right. So I wanted to go through exactly how we break down calls. I listened to multiple calls this morning and kind of put together a presentation to see what we can do better, what has been working, and kind of what to focus on. So the overall call assessment that we did right now, like I said, we do a review of the recent call to identify the strengths and the areas of improvement. So definitely to start off, the strengths, you kept politeness the whole time, super polite and friendly on the phone. You kept the conversation moving the entire time and attempted to qualify. The key issues that I would see here is definitely a little bit lack of structure. Some of the phone calls they're different, right? We have a script, and we might change that script up, and we'll talk about that here on this training video as well. So the lack of structure, definitely the lack of confidence, your positioning, your control, and the call. Last one listened to, and a couple of me, it felt a lot of uncertainty and no authoritativeness in there. Authoritative, right? So you got to take control of the phone call. You got to know that you're the person that is talking to these homeowners. You have a right to talk to them, and you need to take control and carry that conversation in a not just polite, but a professional and more moving forward manner, and really get their information, and not like you're just checking or numbers off a list, or you're order taking. The first 15 seconds are critical for establishing trust in home services, right? They found us online. We spent money to get them online. And then now you're the first person that they hear from our company. So you're extremely important. So polite, awesome. Step it up with the energy right at the beginning of the phone call. Hi, this is Sophie, A Home Solutions. Real quick, you filled out a form online for the impact windows. So Sophie, loud. A Home Solutions, not that big of a deal. They really don't care who we are. But they did just fill out a form on Facebook, and they are interested in impact windows, or they're interested in roofing. So the reason I'm calling you in 15 seconds, five, five, and another five. So 5 seconds, I'm Sophie. 5 seconds, A Home Solutions. 5 seconds, impact windows, roofing, boom. That's why I'm calling. So a customer should never ask 60 seconds, 30 seconds into the phone call, why are you calling me? What company are you calling with? How'd you get my number? I'm Sophie. You just fill out a form online. We're calling you about the roof. We're calling you about the windows. Get right to the point. So the 15 seconds, the opening seconds, like I said, is extremely critical for establishing trust in home services. So call retraining focus areas, the introduction and positioning, ensure clear and effective opening statements. So 3 seconds, we're going to break it down from 5 to 3. I'm Sophie. I'm with XYZ company. I'm calling about the form you submitted for whatever the service is, right? Your confidence is huge. No matter what, if you're going to get on the phone, you have to have confidence. The reason we gave you a script is so you can be confident in the words. You don't really need to know much about product knowledge. You don't really need to know much about the company, but you project confidence, and communication is 100% key. Listen to a lot of calls and you're still uncertain in what you're saying. So maybe you need to do some more role playing, listen to yourself, record yourself, be like, if I was on the other side of the phone, would I want to listen to me? Or if I was on the other side of the phone, would I set an appointment? Would I trust this person? Right? Your transitioning statements. Utilize smooth transition statements, right? So when you ask the question and they answer you, thank you very much. Also, XYZ, right? Or perfect. Or, after they answer your question, acknowledge, thank you that you answered, and then move on to the next question. So real quick, are you the only homeowner here? No, I have a wife. All right, perfect. Is your wife going to be there at Saturday? Uh, right now, I'm kind of acting and I'm role playing with you. It's the same thing you got to do on the phone. So every time that phone picks up, I can't make the analogy enough. The curtain on Broadway goes up, and you're in control of that phone call, and it's time for you to put on the show and set the appointment for that homeowner. So the tonality, develop a professional and helpful tone. You're definitely polite. You need to kind of shake yourself up a little bit, listen to some upbeat music in the background, and really focus on, hi, my name's Sophia. Good morning. Just real quick, you filled out a form online. 5 seconds. Who you are, company with, not as important, but they just filled out the form and they want impact windows, roofing, or whatever it is. So the qualification flow, master the process of qualifying the leads. We're going to go over this again. Master the process of qualifying leads, because qualifying these leads is super important. So they might respond, they pick up the phone, you might text them, but make sure, when you're qualifying these leads, it's not just, are you the homeowner? Yes. Are you interested in windows? Yes. How many windows do you have? 12. Are you going to be home at 10 o'clock tomorrow? Yes. Do you have a wife, or are you the only decision maker? No. Say, hey, real quick, just have a couple questions for you, just so make sure you're qualified and we can get you approved. The goal of this is to get you approved and set up the appointment. So, just real quick, are you the only homeowner, or is your husband and wife need to be there as well? If they say I'm the only decision maker, look, we're coming out to the house. We only want to make one trip to the home, so we want to answer both of your questions. So if tomorrow, Thursday, is not good, let's go ahead and put you in for Friday. Oh, I'm not sure about Friday. Well, I'm going to put you in for Friday, but on Thursday, I'm going to call you and confirm. So you have to pick up the phone. So on Thursday, if Friday doesn't work for both of you, no problem. We're still in the area all week, and we can come out during the week. Simplicity, right? Communicate in clear and simple manner. You're good at that. Definitely clear it up a little bit so these homeowners know exactly why you're calling. The speed and the pace. Adjust the speaking speed for clarity engagements. I know sometimes you spoke a little bit slower to enunciate more, but you got to get the words out of the mouth quicker and more confidently. Remember, confidence is key. I can't stress enough how much confidence is key for you. The appointment and control, right? So effective managing and controlling the appointments. So not only are we setting good appointments, we're giving them two options. I heard you say a couple times on there, oh, we're free Thursday, 10, 2, and 6, and Friday. The first question is, we're in your area all week. Are you available on Monday, or is Tuesday better? Is Friday or Saturday better? Perfect. Is Friday. Are afternoon or evenings better for you? Control the call, control the conversation. Do not let them take control of that phone call. As soon as they sound that you're unconfident, they don't know why you're calling within the first 5 seconds, 10, 15 seconds. They're going to control that phone call. They're going to start asking you questions. You don't want to get them there. You control. The confidence is key. Role playing, like I said, listen to yourself and see what we can do better. So, authority, establish and convey authority. You're in charge of that phone call. You're the king. You're the queen. Whoever's on that phone call, you control it. They don't. So, when you're going through your flow to script, keep that flow. Don't let them derail you. If they have questions about product or whatever it is, that's why I'm setting an appointment for them to come out, measure, answer all your questions. The goal is to sound professional, local, direct, helpful, busy, and confident, not robotic, apologetic, or unsure. You have that script. You've been doing this for quite some time now. Read that script. You should be able to shut your eyes and know exactly what that script says. You'll be able to get up, walk around your room on that phone call. So remember, every phone call that answers, it's like 1 out of 10, 1 out of 20, 1 out of 15. Sometimes that's a qualified homeowner. So when that person answers that phone, you got to be on your game. So, the issues and the impact, right? The biggest problem that you have right now is your weak introduction. So introduction was too long and unclear. Can't go over that again, right? Enough. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, done. If they don't know after you talking in 5, 10, 15 seconds what the heck's going on, that call is shot. They have no confidence in you. They have no confidence in the company. They have no confidence in the product. So, like I said, you're the first person when you're appointment setting for any company that you talk to a lead. So you're the face of that company as soon as they pick up that phone call. So homeowners need to instantly know who's calling, why they're calling, and where the lead came from. What the next steps is, this impact, it lowers trust immediately and causes a homeowner confusion. So, who's calling? Why are they calling? Where this lead is coming from, and what is the next steps? This is clear and instant for what they need to know. So, better opening script right now. Copy this, say this, text this, pause this, screenshot it, voice record yourself, whatever you need to do. Best openings. Hey, John, this is Sophia. Real quick, you reached out on Instagram about Impact Windows. I'm with AA Home Solutions here in South Florida, and I just want to ask you a couple quick questions and see if we can get one of our specialists out to take a look at your property. Why this works is because it's natural, it's fast, it's local, it's confident, and reminds them of the lead source and creates the direct. Second biggest problem, number two, your tonality issues. Your tone is super uncertain. You've been doing this for quite a while now. Sound confident. You're controlling that phone call. You're the queen. You're the king of this call, whatever it is. Get this call, own the call. So your tone was very uncertain and over careful and low energy. Permission based and lacking confidence. You don't need anybody's permission to call you, to call them. You're calling them because they filled out a form for us. So it's our job to reach out to them to say, hey, I know you want our service. Let's get this done. So the desired perception, professionally, your desired perception is professional and you're busy. Undesired is you're nervous. So we have a sense of urgency on the phone call. We're quick, we're witty, we're busy. Even though you might not seem busy on that phone call, you need to seem busy to them. There's a trick where you can just grab a piece of paper and just start like crinkling when you're on the phone, or like act like you're typing or something, or shift through the paper to act like you're busy as soon as that person answers the phone. So areas improvement: stop asking for permission. I just wanted to see if maybe, get rid of that line. So improve the energy. So perfect. Let's get someone out there to take a look. Are you available Thursday or Friday? Smile while speaking. People can understand where you're coming from and when you're smiling. If you're not smiling, that is going to kick you in the butt. Smile and dial is a phrase for a reason in the call center business, because they can hear you on the other side of the line. So no matter what's going on in life, personal, whatever it is, you're on your P's and Q's and you're really directing this conversation as best as possible. So slow down. Reps speed up when they're nervous. Strong reps slow down when they're nervous. So you're kind of in the middle. I would say speed up sometimes, slow down sometimes, right? So when you have your high points and the low points. So speak clearly, speak confident, and get this out to them. So drop the customer service voice for relaxed authority. Perfect. Here's how this works. Get excited. Another biggest problem: it's super awkward during the qualification process. The issue that we're coming across right now is that the qualification feels kind of just not the best, right? You got to sound like you're super confident. Enter That's a big one. Let me just keep going. So problematic phrases, examples: are you the only decision maker? So another improved decision maker script, and your spouse would be there too, right? We just asked because the specialist goes over everything in one visit, so we don't have to come out there twice. So we want to make sure everybody's involved there, to make sure that the colors are right, to make sure that everybody's happy. Come out there one time, give you one price. Don't have to do this a bunch of times. So we want both of you there. The benefits: this is more natural and professional, less salesy, easier to accept. Some typos in there I got to fix later on. No problem. So biggest problem: lack of control. Biggest problem number 4. The issue. Let's go back here. So the issue: homeowners controlled the pace. Caller did not guide the conversation smoothly. You need stronger transitions from statements to create momentum and maintain caller control. Examples of transition statements: perfect, got it, makes sense. So after they answer, it's not just on to the next question. It's perfect, it's got it, it's makes sense. Okay, great. Here's what we'll do next. Let me get you on the schedule. Let me see what we have available. So using these transitions after they answer questions is huge. So another biggest problem number 5: insufficient authority and value. So appointment was positioned too casually. These appointments are huge for our sales reps to go to the home. So no more texting. If they text you, the goal of the text is to get them on a phone call. So homeowners need to understand this is a real consultation. The representative is valuable. Their time is super valuable. The company is busy. You're not just the only person we're going to see. We're trying to help out a lot of homeowners in your area. Time matters. So this isn't going to be quick. This isn't going to be 15, 20, 30 minutes. This is going to be 45 minutes to an hour. We're going to go over answering all your questions and give you an estimate good for a year. Most of it's doing the measurements and answering your questions, but we do need some time to sit down with you. This visit is extremely important to me and you, so we can knock this out of the park and get you your product that you need and get you the best pricing possible that we can offer you. And we really need to find out what you want so we can quote you properly and don't have to do this again, so there's no hidden surprises at the end. Better appointment framing. The specialist is going to inspect everything, answer your questions, go over options, explain pricing, check measurements, see what programs and financing may be available. So better appointment framing. The specialist is going to come inspect everything for you. It's going to take a little bit of time, like I said. He's going to answer all your questions, go over anything and everything that you can possibly imagine to make sure we get the right product in your house. Going over options, make sure we get the right options in the house. Explain the pricing in full detail, right? So after we answer all your questions and go over all your options, we know exactly what we need to give you so we can give you the best pricing. Check all the measurements in the home, see what programs are available for the financing. We go over all this, and this is why it takes time. And it's not just a quick, oh, let me measure and give you a price. So I'll go back to that. The companies that just measure and give you a price, at the end of the day, they're going to give you a wrong price. And then when they go order material, they're, oh, we didn't talk about this, so we need to add that. Oh, we want to come out there one time. We want to answer all your questions and make sure that you're confident in the product that we're giving. So the biggest problem I would say is the reactive energy. The issue here, Sophia, is reacting to a homeowner instead of leading the conversations. You need to be calm, confident, and not chasing. The bigger problem, confidence and identity. Shift needed from, I hope this person says yes, to, I work for a professional company that does this every single day. So in the back of your mind, you're not, oh, I hope this person sets an appointment. You're like, no, I work for a professional company and this is what they do every single day. So the company provides coaching, focus, and mindset shift. So we provide assistance to homeowners, home improvement, some insurance claims management, financing solutions, and added protection and value. This perspective shifts to her coordinate the next steps and a valuable service, influencing her tone. So this all is here to influence your tone. Remember, we're here to influence your tone. So the training priorities moving forward that I want to do with you, we're going to practice for the first 20 seconds repeatedly for speed and clarity, confidence, and neutral delivery. So the introduction training, we're going to go over 20 seconds repeatedly. Bam, 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 bam. We'll bust them out. Appointment framing, increase the perceived value of the appointment. So this is a very valuable appointment. We're sending a very important person out to your house to know exactly everything that you need to ask you the correct question, identify what you want, and quote you properly so there's no mix up in the future. The tonality training, smile, slow down, sit upright, lower nervous energy, stop over explaining, and sound conversational. This is a conversation that we're having with people. Objective flow training. We're going to teach you smoother transitions for an easy, non-forced feel and handling objection. And then daily role play. I want to get on the phone with you minimum 15 minutes to 20 minutes a day and role play daily covering various homeowner scenarios. So recommend a new basic structure. Number one, the introduction, greeting, and self-introduction. Hey, John, this is Sophia. Real quick, you had reached out to us on Instagram about Impact Windows. I'm with A Home Solutions here in South Florida. Number two, the reason for your call. The purpose of this call, I just want to ask a couple quick questions and see if we can get someone out there to take a look at everything for you. Number three, the qualification. Gather the essential information from the prospect. Number four, the appointment framing. Explain the process and the importance of decision making for the appointment. Number five, close the appointment. Offer specific date and time options to schedule the appointment. Perfect. I have Tuesday at 4:30 or Wednesday at 6. Which works better for you? Remember, we're always offering two options at first. You can either do the Monday, Tuesday, and then once they pick a day, you can do the 4 or 5 or 6 or mornings or evenings. Give them two options and sound confident when you're framing that appointment as well. So the structure outlines a recommended call flow for sales interactions, starting with an introduction and ending with scheduling an appointment. So there's a whole flow of that call of what you need to be focused on. So the final management assessment. So confidence, enhancing self-assurance and communication, repetition, reinforcing key messages and techniques through practice, simpler structure, organizing throughout the delivery for clarity, better tone, adopting a more engaging and appropriate voice quality, more authority, projecting a stronger and more confident, credible presence, better pacing, adjusting speaking speed for optimal comprehension. Your goal is to sound relaxed, confident, direct, professional, aligning with expected demeanor and a local professional company rather than a call center. So remember, I can't stress this enough. Your role is super important in this company. You're the first voice that they hear after they fill out a form. So confidence, politeness, you already have that. The energy, boost it up. Controlling that call, you're calling them for a reason because they fill out a form. Take control of that entire phone call. So thank you so much for watching this. I hope you learned a lot. If you have any questions, please message me, and I'll talk to you soon.